You can take over any ship by targeting their engines, and in order to do that, you have to press the tab key, go under your skills, and go under the tech tab. Then you have to spend a skill point to select the targeting control systems. I'm going to show you where you can take over this spacecraft that allows for a crew of 3. It's got a pretty long jump distance, and it's got a crazy cargo capacity of like 2,000. As soon as you get close enough to a spacecraft, you'll see the targeting option loading, and once it's locked on, you'll have the option to press R. Once you press R, it'll give you the option to swap between each section of the spacecraft. You can cycle between each part of the spacecraft by pressing A or D. You want to come from behind the spacecraft, as it's easy to take out the engines from there. Once you blast through the shields, then you'll be able to take out the engines, and then you'll be able to board the spacecraft by pressing R. Pretty easy to take out the crew too. I just waited where I spawned, and they just dropped down the ladder and met my shotgun. I just stole another spacecraft too, and I thought I was going to lose it, but you can just go and steal as many spacecrafts as you want, and then as soon as you arrive at the spaceport, you'll have them all there, which is pretty nice, instead of having to drop each one off and register it individually. You don't even have to register a spacecraft, that's only to upgrade it. So I had 2 bounties from each spacecraft, and I don't think you can avoid those like the ones that you find on planets to where you just kill all witnesses. You can go to Aquila for this one, as that one's not controlled by the UC, and you can just hop on over to the bar real fast and clear your bounty. So with the bounty, I think it was like 2,500 for each spacecraft. To register this cargo ship, it was like 11,000, which is double of what the other ships cost from what I found so far. 1,000 to fix all the damage that you just caused by blowing up the engines. And then I added a fuel tank to this one, as it's got really low fuel. It's only got 50 fuel. So it was about 15,000 with everything: the registration, the bounty, the ship repair, and the fuel tank. It's the first ship that I actually upgraded and registered. All the other ones are stolen too, though. I don't see myself buying a ship with so many available and just so many customization options. But this is the first time I really added an upgrade and really tinkered around with it. I dyed mine all black, and that's totally free to change the color. And for most parts, you can recolor 3 different sections of the part. You want to hit B for the ship builder, and then you want to hit G for add. Then you can cycle through all the parts. If you want to add some extra fuel like I did, you want to go to the fuel tab. And initially I tried to add this really huge fuel tank, but I couldn't fit it because it was going beneath the floor grid there, so I'd probably need a larger landing gear. And all the fuel tanks go on the bottom of the spacecraft. It doesn't really give you much information on that. You just base it off of what was previously there. It will tell you if there's something wrong with the spacecraft where it won't work. I ended up going with this fuel tank though, which adds another 100 to the ship's fuel. Only negatives of the ship are its mass and mobility, which make it a little bit harder to maneuver during space battles. But besides that, it's a really nice ship because I'm always running out of room, and you can definitely pile this ship up with 5 times the amount of your starting ship. That's all I got. Take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one.